Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Time. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get-together live here on Facebook. It is Monday, September 16. We're in the middle of celebrating Mexican independence. Of course, we start every year in the evening, September 15, close to midnight, with the traditional grito. And this morning, it's all about military festivals and whatnot. Wherever you are, I hope you had a wonderful Mexican independence celebration. And if you didn't, that's okay too. I just hope you are doing lovely wherever you are here in town, well, in Casa Chaos. Luna and I didn't do much of anything last night. We just stayed home, watched a lot of TV, went to bed early. But this morning, of course, we have coverage of the local, state, and national celebration. We also have some other important news to share, and as always, I welcome you to add a capital letter Q if you have an important comment that you wish to make. And if you're watching live for the first time, feel free to write a letter N at the beginning, and we'll give you a nice little welcome. Let us switch over to the news and get started with the local celebration. Interim Mayor Jose Martinez celebrated his first and only Grito de Independencia last night from City Hall in front of approximately 30,000 people who gathered along the Malecón for the celebration. He was joined on the City Hall balcony with his wife and son, and there was no specific information about his arengas. His what? You may be wondering. Well, as you know, when Mexican independence began, which was on September 15 of 1810, Mexican priest Jose Maria, oh my God, my tongue is all twisted this morning. Priest Hidalgo went out of his parish and rang his bell, and he called to the population to gather with a harangue, an arenga or a harangue, which is a lengthy or aggressive speech designed to get people riled up about a cause. Now, more specifically, in Mexico's history, what Miguel Hidalgo, the priest, was said during his speech was "Viva Mexico," long live Mexico, and then he's made "Viva" something else. And all these something else were all the people and causes that he was celebrating at the time. So, fast forward to the present time, and what a lot of Mexican news outlets devote their space and ink and time to as they cover the Independence Day celebration is to what arengas or harangues were added to the traditional ones by different governors or mayors or our president. And that is the equivalent of, say, all the commentary that went on in the United States and elsewhere after the latest presidential debate. So that is why we talk about arengas this morning. We don't know exactly what arengas our mayor used, but we do know that in our state capital, Governor Alfaro celebrated his final grito, included arengas for the division of power, federalism, and the free and sovereign state of Jalisco, alluding to his political stance throughout his government. He also included arengas, as he usually does, for Jalisco independence heroes such as Prisciliano Sanchez and Luis Quintanar. And in his final grito, President López Obrador dedicated a special arenga to the Cuarta Transformación, or Fourth Transformation. And of course, the Fourth Transformation refers to his 2018 campaign promise to do away with privileged abuses that had plagued Mexico in decades past. So that's a quick crash course in arengas and why we talk about them the day after the celebration. It is also nice to know that important buildings and structures around the world, including the Estrada Bridge in Brazil, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, and the Belgrade Tower, pay tribute to Mexico's Independence Day celebration by displaying our country's emblematic colors last night. And while all of this is happening, of course, thousands of Mexican national tourists are enjoying a long weekend here in Puerto Vallarta, which continues through the end of today. So all is well. Well, almost all is well, since we're not hearing any responses from the Federation regarding fixing federal highways throughout the state. Several Jalisco municipalities are taking matters, or potholes, into their own hands, including the municipalities of Mascota and Huachinango, who are dipping into their own budgets to conduct repairs. For the record, when we went to Mascota this past Friday, once again we could see how the highway to Mascota is in dire need of some funding or repairs or love or all of the above. And we have a follow-up about the Iguanas. We have learned that the Iguanas lost to the Tepic Coras on their debut game in Puerto Vallarta this past Friday, but it was a close game with a final score of 90-92. It is good to see that the place was packed, and we don't know yet how the score ended up for the Saturday game. Once again, we will continue to keep track on our local newly formed basketball team and hope that moving forward, they will be more proactive about including more specific information about their games in the future. And of course, we have to end the day with a complainer, and Vallarta Independiente reminds us that back on March 15 of this year, the city earmarked 15 million pesos to fix the Malecón. And with 15 days left before we change administration, the work is far from finished. And where did the money go? That is a good question. Anybody has an answer to that one? No, I didn't think so. And with that said, let us turn over to our weather forecast just to see what's going on out there. Were you expecting a witty joke? I'm not your fucking monkey, meatbag. That's what our snarky and very friendly weatherman is saying this morning. It's 30 degrees outside. Humidity is at 72%, which by the book is not so bad, but it's also really high. It depends on how you look at it. And for today, we can expect a humid day with partly cloudy skies throughout the day, a chance of rain of only 25%, a high of 33, and a low of 24. Then tomorrow, Tuesday, we can expect a humid day with partly cloudy skies, a chance of rain of only 10%, a high of 32, and a low of 22. Then Wednesday, mostly clear skies in the morning with mostly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a chance of rain of only 36%, a high of 32, and a low of 22. So not much rain this week, apparently, not much change in our weather. But I do have a few extra things that I wish to share with you. For example, if you are thinking that Puerto Vallarta is boring or there is little to do here at night, think again. According to Time Out magazine, when it comes to nightlife, well, Puerto Vallarta scored or came in at 11th place in all of Latin America. The first place went to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Guadalajara, our capital city, got the second place. Mexico City got the fifth, and our city, Puerto Vallarta, is in a tie with Cali in Colombia at the 11th spot. So it turns out there's a lot of fun to be had in the city if you go out and look for it. And speaking of fun, well, we have a new drag brunch to report on from El Rey Lounge. This is going to happen on Saturday the 21st, or this coming Saturday, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then the following Saturday, Oculto will be celebrating Mexican Independence Month with a public dinner, and the menu looks scrumptious. It is located, or more information about the menu is contained within this Facebook invite. Again, this is on Saturday, the 28th at 7 p.m. And on that same day, we touched base on this when I talked about San Sebastián del Oeste, but I want to bring this up to your attention again. Saturday, the 28th at 4:30 p.m. on the main plaza is San Sebastián del Oeste's traditional annual hot air balloon festival. And this is a fun event. It's the 10th festival done in San Sebastián del Oeste, in which hundreds of paper-made hot air balloons compete for top prizes in the city of San Sebastián. They are fun to watch, and it is an overall fun time to be in the city. Now, due to the time, you probably want to spend the night there. So, consider getting there maybe Saturday morning, looking around, and then enjoying the festivities, spending a lovely evening, and then returning the following day. And because I was just there, I can tell you the weather in San Sebastián del Oeste is absolutely wonderful. And I also want to let you know that we still have spots available for the spotlight this coming Wednesday at 4 p.m. We are going to have local author Gigawatts talk about her latest journal workbook titled Unlimited Mindset, a daily manifestation journal. But we wouldn't mind one or two other takers if you have an important event that you would like to promote, if you would like to have a nice conversation about whatever pursuit you are following here in Puerto Vallarta that other people may want to connect with, whether it is a restaurant or a nonprofit or whatever it is. Here is your opportunity to tell us all about it at the Spotlight in person at the Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork at the lovely cafe that they have on the second story. Again, this happens at 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Hopefully, you will join us there. And if you cannot join us in person, you can always watch from the comfort of your own home. And let's see what else we have. I think it's time for this. And lots of good mornings as always. Thank you so very much for your cheers. I love it. And your happy Independence Day thoughts. Thank you so much for that. Oh my goodness. Nanaimo's going to be in town in 27 days. Wow. And Charles gets keys to his new home in Puerto Vallarta on October 9th. Mazel tov. And what else do we have here? Lots of happy Independence Day wishes. Another counter. Yes, Alan. Exciting. 8 days till Mexico excursion. We hope the potholes on Federal Highway 544 from Mascota to Ameca have been dealt with. The toll road between Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta got backed up at the toll plazas from all the traffic. Somehow, I don't think that it has been fixed. Otherwise, we would not be seeing headlines about this. Have I ever been in a hot air balloon? Yes, I have. Sure would be fun to attend the hot air balloon in San Sebastián. I've been there, Barbara, and it is fun because you can have the mindset of I'm going to see huge, spectacular hot air balloons, and there's a few of those. And there's the mindset of I'm going to see a bunch of children giving their first try, and their balloons are, a little smaller, but there's some charm to that as well. I mean, what's beautiful about the celebration is that everybody comes out to enjoy themselves. And it's not about the size of the balloon, although, some of them are magnificently huge and some of them are smaller. It's more about the intensity of the people and how everybody is enjoying it. Let's see. Pa, para, pa, pa. Hola Paco, any expat meet and greets scheduled for near future? Just arrived in Puerto Vallarta as a new resident. Rose. Um, there's nothing that I am planning right now. I was waiting for the celebrations to get done. Um, but I will put something together within the next couple of weeks, and I'll keep you posted. Welcome to Puerto Vallarta as a new resident. Yes. And Stan says, Rose, I was just notified of a meet and greet sponsored by a local venue. I'll share it with you. There you go. Meet and greets sponsored by Coffee and Headlines or anybody else, and volunteering organizations are great ways to meet locals. So I hope you will find your place at the table. Yay. So I think we are done for this morning. I wish you, as always, a wonderful week. We will continue looking after your comments, ideas, questions, and suggestions as we finish the broadcast. We will start preparing for our upcoming music appreciation presentation a week from Thursday, which has to do with great Mexican songs. And we will continue with all the work that keeps us happy and keeps us giving you stuff so that you can connect with it and connect with one another. As always, have a wonderful day. I hope to see you sometime soon, maybe even tomorrow morning. Have a good one.